Assalamu alaikum dear students. उम्मीद है कि आप सब बखैर आफियत से होंगे। You know, in the previous lecture, we started a new chapter, that is Nazism and the rise of Adolf Hitler. तो आज के इस वीडियो लेक्चर में हम उसी चैप्टर का पहला सब टॉपिक डिस्कस करेंगे, विच इज़ नेम्ड एज बर्थ ऑफ वाइमर रिपब्लिक. Dear students, let me make you aware about the meaning of republic first. What does republic mean? A state in which the supreme power is held by the people and their elected representatives. We call this system as republic. So far as this birth of Weimar Republic is concerned, you know, in the early years of 20th century, in the beginning of the 20th century, or I can say in the first 20 years of the 20th century, Germany fought the First World War. You know, that was from 1914 to 1918. Alongside the Austrian Empire and against the Allies. Allies were comprised of England, France and Russia. All the resources of Europe were drained out because of the war. Germany occupied France and Belgium, but unfortunately, Allies strengthened by US entry in 1917. They won by defeating Germany and the Central Powers in November 1918. So what happened now? At Weimar, the National Assembly met and established a democratic constitution with a federal structure. What is this federal structure, or what do you mean by federalism? A system in which the government is divided into two main levels. One is central level and second is state level. After this, in the German parliament, deputies were elected on the basis of equal and universal votes cast by all adults, including women. Germany lost its overseas colonies. The war guilt clause held Germany responsible for the war and damages the Allied countries suffered. The Allied armies occupied Rhineland in the 1920s. What were the effects of the war? The entire continent, the whole European continent, I can say, was devastated by the war, both psychologically and financially. The war of guilt and national humiliation was carried by the Republic and was financially crippled by being forced to pay compensation. It were socialists, Catholics and Democrats who supported the Weimar Republic, and hence they were mockingly called as the November criminals. The First World War left a deep imprint on the European society and polity. Soldiers were placed above the civilians, but unfortunately, soldiers lived a miserable life. Democracy was a young and fragile idea which could not survive the instabilities of the interwar Europe. मैंने एक पॉइंट मेंशन किया, that is after 1918, at Weimar, the National Assembly met and established a democratic constitution with a federal structure. That is known as the Weimar Republic. And in that Weimar Republic, in the German parliament, deputies were elected on the basis of equal and universal votes cast by all adults, including women. This is the birth of Weimar Republic. Now, in the coming topics, we will discuss more about Nazism and the rise of Adolf Hitler. अब आई होप आपको अच्छी तरह समझ में आया होगा, और इसके साथ साथ आपको बताता चलूं, अगर आपको कोई भी कन्फ्यूजन हो, you can ask me. I am here each and every time available for my students to answer your all questions. Thank you. Have a nice day. God bless you all.